Hey, Roland and Senator, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. And then CTN is in now. I believe they will start recording at 11:30. So hopefully that lets us test this a little bit, make sure it's all working. I just have the voting. I don't know if you can see. I just have the voting list up there because I haven't worked out if I can perfectly split the screen and like read down the list and have members. So I'm just going to kind of read it off the side screen when we go by the agenda. I can also, or Roland, now that you're on, I'm going to give you like host privileges or whatever it's called.
Okay.
You know.
Phil, under item 2, remarks by chairs and ranking members. After that, before I introduce the concepts, I'm going to introduce the staff. Can I just run through and make sure I've got everybody?
Yeah, do you want me to ping you a list or do you just want to run it down?
Let me run it down. George Miles in OLR, Heather Poole in OLR, Katrina Stratton in LCO, Megan Green in OFA, Manny Marasotis from Senate Dems, Diana Palmer from House Dems, and I don't know who the Republican folks are.
Chris Zabanine is Senate Republican, and I believe it's Ben Barecki is the other. And if you give me a second, Senator Henry Martin's actually calling me now.
Representative Lamar, good morning, sir.
Hi, welcome.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. First time I'm using the phone. This is all new to me. I've always done it on my computer. This is groundbreaking that a senior citizen could do this.
The challenge of having
How to change your name to the phone.
Say it again?
Do you know how to change the name that appears on the phone? Right now it says Raldo's iPhone.
Next up is my friend and colleague, Senator Will Haskell.
Let me see. I don't think I do.
And thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for your incredible
I don't.
Roland,
hang on.
Once again, my name is Will Haskell. I represent the 26th
Share
District
screen.
of the
Hang on,
State
more.
Senate, the town of Bridgefield,
Raise hand
Reading,
meetings.
Bethel, Wilton, Weston, Westport, and New Canaan. Excited to be back and looking forward to all the work that lies ahead.
I
Great. Glad to have you back.
think I do.
Representative Jack Hennessy, new member
At some point, we're going to have a voice vote on the concepts to be raised.
Hi, thank you very much.
At that point, you'll need to.
I just they're getting ready to call me in a few minutes here. I'm a little confused. Hang on, let me see.
27th District, representing Bridgeport. Happy to be back to the Environment Committee. It's been a while. Looking forward to doing a lot of work.
Great to see you. And returning member, Representative Maria Horn.
And Jerry, you're going to have to mute because I can hear your other meeting going on in the background.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Okay, hang on.
Welcome back to the committee and welcome, Chair steel.
Rep Roland, real quick question for you. What time does the meeting start?
11:30.
11:30?
11.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Just a quick question. So, geez, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Focusing on the things, the bigger issues, I think is a critical thing for us to do at any event, but I think this year in particular, getting us to focus on the really big picture stuff will be critical. So,
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Representative Warren.
That's
next on my list is Senator Alex Patrick.
so. I wanted to, if you could help me fast track my, I have 2 bridge naming that I'm doing here in Waterbury, and I want to make sure that I'm in the right audience for that.
Yeah, Terry, we'll talk about that afterwards. I'll give you a call once the meeting's over.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Madam Chair
Representative Reyes, can you mute? There we go.
I must have been hearing Jerry's other meeting because I clocked out and clocked back in because I said, am I in the wrong meeting? What am I doing?
Yeah, Rep Reyes had another meeting going on as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes while we have people file in to our Zoom meeting. The ranking members are joining us in just a few minutes, and so we're going to wait a couple seconds for them.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2021-2022 Transportation Committee. My name is Roland Lamar. I'll be serving as House Chair of the Transportation Committee this year, and I would like to officially convene our organizational and committee meeting to start off our session. It'll be an interesting session. As you all know, this is not how we usually do things. This is not room 1E. Instead, I am sitting in my office alone with the door closed and no one else anywhere near me. And I imagine all of you are doing exactly the same. So what we have in store for us as a committee this year, and the committees that everyone is in, is a little bit unique, but we will certainly make it through, as our entire state and country, and frankly, the entire world has had to for the last 9 to 10 months. We have a robust agenda in front of us for a variety of reasons. One, we did not have any bills pass through the Transportation Committee onto the House or Senate floor last year because when we adjourned, we had not yet completed the work of our committee. And so we have a backlog of agency requests, member requests, and constituent requests that we will have to sort through this year. We will do it together as part of a large group of members who have historically worked really well together. And I am looking forward to doing that again as well as this year. We've got a number of COVID-related issues that we will face in addition to the agency-related concerns that normally come up on a year-to-year basis. There are dramatic impacts on the agencies that we have oversight over. And we will have to address those concerns in the course of our process and in the course of our committee work over these next few months. The committee is historically known as one of the more bipartisan committees in the entire building. I am proud of that honor. I am proud to carry on that legacy and that responsibility. If anyone recalls, we've had some controversial issues in this committee over the last few years. We've been able to handle them relatively well. Last year, I recall having one specific controversial issue that seemed to gain a lot of attention across the state. We had a robust conversation, robust disagreements, and we managed to finish that work. We disagreed, but then we went on to pass 600, 700 pages worth of bipartisan bills together. And I know that we will do that again this year. And so with that, I would like to introduce some of the people who will be leading us this year. And I will start with my Senate co-chairs. Is Senator Cassano in yet? I know he was having a little bit of difficulty.
No, he is not in yet. We're going to try and log him in through his cell phone. Give us a minute, but I believe some other chairs and ranking members are on.
Terrific. Senator Cassano is serving as Senate Chair this year. He is also serving as Senate Chair of Planning and Development. So we'll be picking up some slack as he tries to do double duty over these next couple weeks. I am joined very capably by a returning returned very capably by a returning ranking member, Representative Devin Carney. Representative Carney, would you introduce yourself and share a few remarks?
Sure. Thank you very much, Representative Lamar. I'm very excited to be serving as ranking member of this committee again. And as you put it, this committee has been historically bipartisan, and we always work very well together to try to get as many good proposals for everybody across the finish line as we can. I know we have some new members. I'm excited to see so many new members because I know how great this committee is. I've been serving on it for my entire all 4 of my legislative terms serving as state representative. I do represent Lyme, Old Saybrook, and Westbrook. So of course, roads and bridges and the Port Authority are of high importance to me. But again, I look forward to getting to work on these important issues with everybody and getting this committee started and finishing the work that we couldn't finish last year. So thank you again, Representative, and looking forward to this.
Thank you, Representative Carney. And I would be remiss if I didn't use this opportunity to thank my previous ranking member, Representative Devlin, who is remaining on the committee this year, but I had a great honor of working with over the last 2 years. And if anyone wants a bipartisan view of how this can work, you can sit Representative Devlin and I down. We can go on for an hour about our disagreements about tolls, for example. But we could also talk for an hour about all the work we were able to accomplish together in our bipartisan bills that we typically do in this committee. Next, I'd like to introduce another new ranking member this year, Senator Heather Summers. Senator Summers?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the introduction. My name is Heather Summers. I'm the senator from the 18th District. I have the honor of representing Groton, Stonington, North Stonington, Griswold, Preston, Plainfield, and Sterling, all along the eastern border. Obviously, we are on the other side of New London, spanning between the Thames River. So I'm very interested in transportation and the Port Authority, and I am excited to be a new ranking member on transportation. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Summers, and I'm so happy to have you aboard. The vice chair that I will be relying on quite heavily this year is Representative Sims from Norwalk, who is returning as vice chair for his second term. With Zoom and with the complications of this way of doing legislative business, more and more of our work is going to be required from ranking members, my vice chair and our staff. So I wanted to make sure that we introduce Representative Travis Sims, who is going to be serving as vice chair of the committee this year. Travis?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Okay,
well, thank you, Chairman Lamar, ranking members, and all the members of this committee. It's a great pleasure to be back on the Transportation Committee this year. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I'm super excited about all the opportunities that we have on this committee, and I look forward to working with Rep Lamar and making sure that we get this business done. So again, thank you again for allowing me to serve on this committee and also assist you, Rep Lamar. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, and like I was mentioning, we are relying quite heavily on technology to get us through these next few months. All of our public hearing and committee processes will be conducted via Zoom and YouTube. We're relying on those close communications with our staff and members to work through the important details of each proposal. And I wanted to take this time to highlight some of that staff who is really part of this transportation team that I certainly rely on quite a bit. So I'm going to go through the names, and if you could just highlight yourself and say hi, and we'll move through this pretty quickly. First, we have George Miles in OLR.
Hi, everyone. Fourth session in the legislature, fourth session with transportation. Looking forward to this session.
Thank you, George. We have Heather Poole in OLR.
Everyone. For roll call votes, committee staff will visually authenticate the voter. Members are requested to state their name and vote.
Mute.
For voice votes, the chair will announce the following.
Heather Poole from OLR.
Hi, everybody. I've been here for 8 sessions, so looking forward to it.
And if anyone knows, I rely a great deal on Heather in OLR, and the next person, Katrina Stratton from LCO.
Looking forward to working with you.
New onto the committee this year as our lead person from OFA, Megan Green.
Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Megan. My policy analyst here in House Democrats is Diana Palmer.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Diana.
We have Manny Marasotis from Senate Democrats.
Hi.
Ben Barecki from House Republicans.
Hi, everyone. Ben Brecky.
And Chris Avenine from Senate Republicans.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be back.
And we have two sessional clerks this year joining us, Ian Bond.
Nice to meet you all.
And Justin Kaiser.
Hi, I look forward to working with everyone.
And if you don't know already, I can't praise this person enough, who frankly is the reason why we're on Zoom functional today and able to get everyone in, that the bills get onto our agenda, that we have an opportunity to robustly discuss them through screenings, through meetings with interested individuals and committee members. Our Senate staffer, but Transportation Committee Clerk, Phil Maniero.
Nice to see you. I believe this will be my sixth session of the Transportation Committee. Looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you, Phil. And frankly, everything comes through Phil. With that, Senator Cassano, do you have a few remarks to open?
Yes, I feel very comfortable watching you guys with your ties on. I don't have one.
That's all right, Senator. We'll send you one if you need one.
I've got a lot of them. I don't want to wear them.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
We have 4 of us just came from P&D, and we should all be on now. So it's tough having the 2 committees at the same time, but we'll make it work. Looking forward to doing some exciting things. We've been co-chairs in the past with planning and development. We work well together. We work bipartisan basis, and we're going to continue to do that. So I'm very excited about this, and welcome aboard, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. And with that, we will move on to item number 3 on our agenda, which are concepts to be raised. Actually, before I do that, I want to talk about the rules in this new environment. And I know people have been in other committees and they've heard this before. I just think it's a good opportunity to remind everyone what the expectations are and what the rules are for engagement in this environment. All of our meetings and public hearings will be broadcast live on YouTube and stored for future public viewing. Others may be on CTN depending on the schedule, availability, the topics that we may be discussing, if there's a vote that day, but you will have access to every meeting via YouTube. Our clerk, who we introduced just a few minutes ago, Phil Maniero, previously emailed all members a form in which you could provide our committee with your contact information. This is incredibly important to make sure we know who's trying to log on to the system, that we can reach you when it's time for a vote. So please fill that out and return it to us as soon as possible. And please try to log on to our meetings and public hearings 5 minutes early if you can. Look, we all are going to be in different places at different times. This is a challenge for all of us. But if you get here about 5 minutes early, we can go through the list and make sure we're admitting everybody in time to start the meeting. Now, when you log on to Zoom, whether it's from your phone or your laptop, your computer, your iPhone, whatever you're using, please make sure your name is listed. It makes our life much easier when we look at the participants who are trying to get in if we know exactly who that person is and it's tied directly to the individual. It's also necessary for our voting processes. To do this, click on the 3 dots in your picture that you see in front of you and look to rename yourself and just use your name. With regards to speaking at meetings and public hearings, all participants will be muted until you are recognized to speak. Now, to speak in the committee room, you're going to raise your virtual hand. You'll see that down bottom. And you'll signify a desire to speak, and you'll wait to be recognized by either myself or Senator Cassano. And if you have a hard time finding it, just reach out to Phil on the side, and he can get you connected relatively easily. Please keep your backgrounds neutral. I have some great pictures of my family behind us. I think that's okay. Senator Cassano's got a great picture of himself holding his dog. That's pretty good. We want to refrain from offensive images or overtly political images in the background. Let's respect everyone, respect the format that we're using. So keep our neutral format behind us if we can. We're going to ask folks who testify at public hearings to do the same as well. And I know it's going to be really exciting to use those emoticons down bottom to clap when I say something that's really, 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 enticing. Like I'm going to say a lot of great things. You're going to want to clap for me, but please, let's not do that. Let's not use those emoticons down bottom for any purpose. If for the purposes of FOI, Phil would have to somehow transcribe those, I think. I'm not sure what the process is. So we're going to make everyone's life easier by not using the emoticons and not using the chat function at all, either publicly or privately. All the chats have to be saved and therefore are subject to the FOI request. And it's a complicated procedure, so please let's not use the chats or the emoticons. With regards to voting, and we will do a roll call vote shortly, you must have your camera on so that we can see you voting. Then please state your name and vote. And this is a requirement in the joint rules that we all passed last week. Now we'll move on to item number 3 on our agenda. Do I have a motion to raise the listed concepts?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion on these 6 items? I will offer to say that the items before you, 4 of them, an act concerning airports, an act concerning recommendations by the Department of Motor Vehicles, an act concerning recommendations by the Department of Transportation, and an act concerning Connecticut Port Authority, are all bills that we see every single year. They come from the agencies and the quasi-publics that report to, or we have oversight of, over in the Transportation Committee. And this is our opportunity to begin the process of working with those agencies and quasi-publics to develop legislation that is appropriate to them. Again, you're not signaling support for or against what the final product is. This is just our opportunity to raise these concepts. The number 1 on our agenda is pedestrian safety. It is a bill that I worked very closely with many members of this committee the last 2 years, has had bipartisan support and sponsorship in the past. And frankly, given what we have seen on our roadways, not just in Connecticut, across the country, there has been a dramatic increase in the number of pedestrian and vulnerable user fatalities on our roadways. And I thought it was an important statement of the Transportation Committee to list this as our first item of the year. And number 6 is an act concerning peer-to-peer car services. Again, this was a bipartisan considered concept last year that was essentially all ready to go. And we just unfortunately didn't get our work done. So I thought it was important to start with these 6 items to begin the year and start the process on those. Is there additional discussion on these 6 items, concepts to be raised? Seeing none. Bill, we're not seeing anyone in the chat, right? I mean, in the raising their hand in the participant list.
No, I see no motions and no chat requests, no hand raises.
So here is our great test run. So seeing none, committee members, please prepare to vote by turning your video on and say your name and indicate your vote when the clerk calls on you. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Representative Lamar.
Yes.
Senator Cassano.
Yes.
Representative Carney.
Yes.
Senator Summers.
Yes.
I think it'll be looked back on 10 years from now.
Sorry, Senator, can you please try that again? You didn't appear on my screen.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can. Senator Summers.
Yes.
Thank you. And if all members could also just identify themselves by their name and full title, just for the ease of the Zoom. Senator Needleman. Senator Martin. Senator Austin.
Senator Austin says yes.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Kissel. Representative Concepcion.
Representative Concepcion is a yes.
Representative Conley.
Rep. Conley votes yes.
Representative McCarthy-Vahey.
Representative McCarthy-Vahey votes yes.
Representative Morin-Bello.
Rep. Morin-Bello votes yes.
Representative Reyes.
Representative Reyes votes yes.
Representative Rosario.
Representative Rosario is a yes.
Representative Chafee.
Representative Chafee is a yes.
Representative Steinberg.
Representative Steinberg, yes.
Representative O'Day. Representative Haynes.
Representative Haynes is a yes.
Representative Labriola. Representative Thomas.
Rep. Thomas, yes.
Representative Goupil.
Representative Goupil, yes.
I'm sorry, Representative Goupil, could you please try that again? You didn't appear on my screen.
Representative Goupil, yes. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Representative Zawistowski.
Representative Zawistowski votes yes.
Representative Duffinius.
Representative Dauphiné votes yes.
Sorry, Representative, could you try that again? You didn't appear on my screen.
Representative Dauphiné votes yes.
Thank you very much. Representative Harrison.
Representative Harrison votes yes.
Representative Zupkis.
Representative Zupkis votes yes.
Representative Rabimbas.
Representative Rabimbas votes yes.
Representative Meskers.
Representative Meskers votes yes.
Representative Michelle.
Representative Michelle votes yes.
Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Lopes. Representative Smith.
Representative Smith votes yes.
I believe Senator Needleman is joining us. If you will just give me a moment.
I am. I'm on a energy thing right now. So am I voting yes? I'm voting yes. Yes, that's what I'm doing. All right.
Senator Needleman, yes.
I'm a yes. Thank you. What did I vote for? Hope it wasn't tolls. You guys take care. Thank you.
And we have read the roll, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Excuse me, this is Senator Mary Darty Abrams. You did not call my name.
Apologies, Senator.
That's okay.
Senator Abrams.
Senator Mary Darty Abrams, I vote yes.
I was also not called. This is Representative Berger-Gervallo.
And Representative Devlin.
Apologies, the list is not in alphabetical order yet. Representative Devlin, will I have you on the screen? Representative Devlin, may I have your vote?
Affirmative. I vote yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Amy Berger-Gervallo. Sorry, I probably butchered that.
Representative Amy Berger-Gervallo is a yes. And you're not the first to butcher it.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I do believe that concludes the call of the roll. The meeting will be open until 12:30 p.m. So this will be everyone's first opportunity to call in to the appointed Zoom link that they've been provided. They can cast their vote with the committee clerk. It will follow the same procedure. Well, you'll get on, you'll have to see your name, your face, you'll announce yourself and how you are voting to the committee clerk and where it will be recorded. Thankfully, this process will get a little bit easier in the future. Once we have assistant clerks who have permissions to access the Zoom and look at the screen and see members who are in, we'll have 3 folks who are able to see everyone on screen, and people can cast a voice vote because we'll be able to monitor who's in the room and who's actually voting. So this process will get easier, thankfully, because that was painful. With that, if there are no other remarks from my chairs or ranking members, seeing none, our meeting will be recessed. And hold on, before we do that, we have a tentative schedule that has been distributed to you via email. Today's organizational committee meeting is just the first step of a long process that we have. We're going to have informational forums with DOT, DMV, the Port Authority, and the Airport Authority, so they can go over the changes in operations, what they've had to accommodate, the plans that they've had to come up with in the wake of COVID crisis over the last year, changes to those respective agencies as they move forward that they foresee, an opportunity for us to hear from them how they've adapted on the ground, the emergency orders that have been put into place, the changes in operations that they foresee that they're going to have to undertake as they move forward. I anticipate those being maybe 2-hour meetings or so each day. I also anticipate that one of those may be more controversial than the others. And I look forward to those conversations. But I do have some tentative dates that I need you to hold for them. The first is January 20th, then January 22nd, and then January 27th. We will likely have committee meetings on the 22nd and 27th accompanying those informational meetings. And then our first public hearing we have tentatively scheduled for January 27th. And you will know that the proposed bill deadline is coming up on Friday, next Friday, sorry. If there are items that you want considered in transportation this year, I ask that you reach out to either the chairs or ranking members, but also our committee clerk, Phil Maniero, as soon as possible. Get them into the system as soon as you can so that our staff and team can start looking at them. But please put it in an email to myself, CCing Representative Maniero, or to Senator Cassano, Representative Carney, or Senator Summers as soon as you can, just so we can begin our screening process early and we can get a handle on the issues that we'll see before our committee. With that, and recognizing no other questions or comments, our meeting will be recessed and the vote will be held open until 12:30 p.m., at which time the meeting will be adjourned. Thank you all very much and welcome to transportation, and let's have a good session.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I believe a few members might have joined at the end, so if those members will just stay on the Zoom, and I'll be happy to read the roll to them.
Yeah, so Representative Labriola votes in the affirmative.
Wonderful. Thank you, Representative Labriola. And I believe I also saw Representative Sims, if you could unmute and identify yourself and vote.
Thank you. Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Representative. Senator Lopes, I believe I see you in the chat now. If you could please turn on your camera and identify yourself, I'd be happy to call your name for the vote.
Phil, other than Senator Lopes, what other members are we waiting to vote?
My list has Representative O'Day, I believe, and Lopes as our final members. Going to go down to that one more time, but I believe it's our remaining members.
Roland and Philip, was it just one recorded vote?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to be exiting unless we're finished our business, I think, for me. Thanks.
Representative Lamar, if you can just call me after, please, sir.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Have a great afternoon. Phil, good to see you. Take care, guys.
Good to see you, Representative.
Hey, Phil.
Perfect. Senator Lopes, how would you like to vote on the consent calendar to?
In the affirmative.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I had a little technical difficulties here.
No problem. That's purpose of this first organizational meeting, the vote. We're testing out everything. You are all set, and you and your aide have been emailed with the tentative dates for January.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Hello, guys, and we'll wait here in the room for Representative O'Day. He's the final member to vote, and then at 12:30, the meeting will be closed. And I'll see you guys in the transportation Zoom, so to speak.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
Oh, Representative, I'm very good. Representative, we have one item on the vote for today. It is to raise all the concepts on item 3 on the agenda.
I vote in the affirmative. Representative O'Day votes in the affirmative, and looking forward to working with you again, Phil. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Representative. You are all set. I look forward to working with you.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year. Hello, Senator Martin. If you could turn on your camera and identify yourself, I can call your name for the vote.
Hi, Phil. Senator Henry Martin.
Hello, Senator. How would you like to vote on the agenda item 3 to raise concepts?
Can you tell me what they are, Phil? Is meeting adjourned or recessed?
The meeting is recessed until 12:30 for the votes, and I will pull up and read the concepts to you right now. There are 6.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Phil. Can you read them to me? Oh, hang on, Phil. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Phil, now I can, yes, sorry. I may have hit a dead spot here.
Certainly.
Give me a second, Phil. I'm going to I'll turn onto a side street here, and I'll stop the car.
Certainly, thank you.
All right, I think we got it. Sorry.
No problem, Senator. I will read you the concepts. The first concept is an act concerning pedestrian safety. The next is an act concerning airports. Then an act concerning recommendations by the Department of Motor Vehicles. Then an act concerning recommendations by the Department of Transportation. Number 5 is an act concerning the Connecticut Port Authority. And number 6 is an act concerning peer-to-peer car services. The items were placed on a consent calendar, and so far 3 members voted in the concept.
Okay. All right. I'm a yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. And you are a good meeting.
And Phil, you look good there, Phil.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to see you again, Senator.
Same here. Bye.
Bye. I have 2:30 on my clock, so I will now end the recording of the meeting. Thank everybody for coming.